So I was always taught it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. I feel like I'm getting older and older every single day. Because, these are the things that my uncle used to tell me all the time. These little sayings. And it's like now I'm the one saying the sayings. Oh, boy. Yeah. Hey. Age is a number. But, it's catching up with me. Because, I remember listening to all of these damn sayings. It's like, man, what are you talking about? But now I get it. Now I get it. So, as an Uber driver, you're going to run into a bunch of situations. Life is going to throw things at you that you're going to have to be able to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It's not always going to be, pick this person up. As you hear this loud truck, pick this person up, make $100, drop that person off, go on about your day. It's not going to always be like that. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're going to get a flat tire, like you've seen in some of my videos, and you're going to have to get down there and change it. Other times, you may have a vehicle that'll break down on you. You're going to have to, know something to be able to pop the hood. Or, sometimes, you might lose your key or something. In other words, things are going to happen to you. Sometimes you're going to have passengers that don't want to get out. Like I just had. Now, this was a little bit better, but she didn't want to get out. She just kept talking. And it was just like, yeah, okay. So I got to go to my next client. But yeah, hey, that's what's up. She was just telling me a lot about her life and, the things that she got going on. And it's like, yeah, that's what's up. But, so I'll see you tomorrow. I'm just saying anything at this point to get her out of the car. That happens. It's not always going to be perfect in that sense. Sometimes you're going to have, I'm talking about girls. Sometimes you're going to have guys that just don't want to leave. And it's like, what do you do? If you work the late nights, you're going to have a lot more activities, a lot more crazy stories. Like I did, where the guy was sitting on top of my window at 2 o'clock in the morning. That broke my window, that Uber never paid for, because they sent me the message and said, okay, so you say he broke your window, huh? Oh, okay, well, take a picture. Yeah, send us a picture before he sat on the window. Take a picture? Send a picture before he sat on the window? I didn't know he was going to sit on the window. Well, yeah. So, can you show us a before? Right before he sat on the window so we could see that it's broken? I didn't know that he was going to sit on the window. I was driving. Who sits on the window? Oh, okay. Well, because you can't show us the before footage, yeah, we're going to have to deny that claim. We're going to have to deny it. We're not going to pay you. But the window's broke. I can't roll it up. You can see me holding on the button and it won't roll up. Yeah, but we're not going to pay it. Case closed. And then they kick you off the check. You're going to have a lot more instances at night because nighttime is, people drunk. I had the guy that wanted to fight me because I was taking him to his house. And yeah. Listen, let's just say, that was a very weird situation because he wanted to fight me, so I got out the car. Then we started tussling, and it was just like, oh, so you think I'm gonna take you after this? I mean, good thing is, and that's the thing. When you fight your drunk people, you don't win. I was just kind of pushing him around. He couldn't stand up. So it was an easy fight. But it's just you don't really win. Because then he tried to attack the car. And it was just yo, come on, chill out, man. Before I really beat you up. Chill out. And it's just, yeah. So if you work late nights, you're going to have a lot more situations. Well, when I say late nights, if you deal with drunk people. If you deal with more drunk people, then you have more stories. Because, yeah, that's the fun part. But every Uber driver should have these three things. You know, it's three things that are super important that every Uber driver needs to have. So, number one is very simple. So, the way that we work is through a phone. That's, the phone is so important. Your cell phone is vitally important. Whether you got an Android, boo, or you have an iPhone like I do, your phone is basically how you're going to get your work. If it's not for your phone, you can't get no work. I mean, yeah, some guys use the iPad and stuff like that. Julio, and they think they all fancy and stuff. But, just because they got a black SUV, they think they fancy and stuff. But, Julio, yeah, but it's just, us normal people, we just use a phone. You know what I'm saying? We just use a regular phone. And that's that, we going to get all of our requests on the phone. So, with that being said, your phone is so important. The thing about your phone is, since universally everybody generally has a phone or an iPad, what really matters, the number one thing that every Uber driver needs, is good phone service. See, a lot of people don't think about phone service, and it's kind of interesting because it's like, yo, why don't you think about good phone service? So, because it's like you'll be way out yonder. You're going to be in areas, you might be in construction areas. You might be way out in the woods. You might be taking somebody where there's a bunch of buildings. So, like, obviously, I stay down in Miami. Well, yeah, I kind of work South Florida. So down in Miami, there's a lot of skyscrapers, I mean, in the sense of big buildings. So sometimes self-service can be really bad. Yes, sir. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate you. So yeah, my bad, guys. He was just talking to me. So yeah, it's just like the self-service is super important. It's very important because think about it. If you're in the middle of nowhere, what is the only way that you're gonna get back home? You got to use GPS to get back home. And GPS isn't really that good if you don't got internet. I mean, I'm just saying, like, cell service is everything. And y'all know, man, when you bored, you want to watch Netflix, you want to chill, you want to watch YouTube videos like this one. You want to just kind of chill out. So cell service is everything. So I'm not going to give you any recommendations. I will post a link. Listen, I've switched myself. So in my case, I've switched my phone service. I use US Mobile. It's not a promotion, but it is an affiliate link down below, just because it allows me to use 3 of the major carriers instead of just one. You know what I'm saying? So check it out. I am going to post an affiliate link. Yes, I am. It's going to be down below. Don't beat me up. I'm just, trying to make a couple dollars. I'm not going to lie. If you don't got a good cell service, check the link below. I paid $44 for my plan. But in my plan, I could switch from Verizon to T-Mobile to AT&T. Is what I could do. That's why I got it. So, but, I used to be on Verizon. Before I had this plan, I was a major carrier type of dude. I really stuck with Verizon because I was just like, I don't want to be somewhere and my phone service doesn't work. That would be crazy. I don't want to need to make a phone call, be in an emergency situation, and my phone is just spinning. So phone service is super important. I ain't gonna lie to you. Now, like I said, if you want to help me, you want to support the channel, you know what I'm saying? Hit the link. If you ain't got a phone service, you know what I'm saying? Look out for your boy. But you don't have to. You don't have to. I'm just doing it because, listen, hey, why not? But no, seriously, like I recommend AT&T, Verizon. T-Mobile is okay. See, down here, I don't know, it's weird because ever since T-Mobile bought out Metro, and they got Sprint, you would think that T-Mobile would be amazing. but it's not. I mean, it's certain spots where it's really good, like in terms of like, so like when I'm uploading my videos, I like a lot of speed because obviously that's how I upload the video, whatever. So yeah, it's a lot of download speed, but like there's just a lot of latency that you don't have on AT&T and Verizon. So I mean, you know, that's just been my experience because I switched between the networks. But like I said, if you want to, no, okay, I'm sorry. But that's the first one. It's the phone service, okay? Now that I got that plugged out. The second thing that's super important, obviously, since I already said the phone service is so important, you know, you already knew I was going to say GPS is important. Because a lot of people just don't understand that there's multiple GPSs. So I use the Tesla. So in my Tesla, it has GPS. I use that, the background of the GPS, what their service is built on is Google Maps. Google Maps is pretty good. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good. It's all right. But I don't really care for it. But it's all right. And, you know, this is better. You know, it's fairly good. You have Apple Maps, which I use now a little bit more now, just so I can feel it on my watch. So if you have an Apple iPhone, which you probably should, because it's the best phone out there. If you have an iPhone and you're a part of the Apple ecosystem, then when you use Apple Maps, it'll ping, you know, other devices to kind of let you know to turn and stuff like that. So I do use it sometimes. Not gonna lie. But like if we ranking it, I'm gonna say Apple Maps is pretty bad. I am not an Apple fanboy in that case. Apple Maps is really horrible. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I guess it's really horrible. Because it's just Apple, you know, their data is just a step behind everybody else's data. And, you know, with the newest streets and stuff like that. So you'll be turning down one ways. You know what I'm saying? You'll be trying to cross bridges. And it's like, but this isn't on the map. And that's just because their information is just a little bit outdated compared to, you know, Google's information. Because it's Google. So my personal favorite. So we got Apple Maps. We got Google Maps. I mean, unless you like old school and you use like TomTom. What was the other one? TomTom. Now I can't think of them. What was the turn by? Yeah, TomTom was the turn by turn, and then you used to go online. That sucks. I can't think of it. We not printing out. In other words, we not printing out our directions nowadays. So you know, you got Apple Maps, you got Google Maps, and my favorite is Waze. I always say this. Waze is my favorite, not because, you know, it's Google owned. Waze is my favorite because the data is accurate. I can trust Waze for the most part. You know, all navigation apps are going to have issues every now and then. You know, you're going to know a slightly faster route in traffic because you know the back routes sometimes. You know, sometimes the back routes won't populate in Waze, and, you know, you just kind of know how to go. Sometimes. That's any navigation. But overall, I will say Waze has gotten me to places a lot faster than the other maps. You know, I feel like Google Maps and Apple Maps take the long routes a lot of time. And then Waze, you know, you hit that little button. It's like a fork in the road, like a pitchfork, a symbol. And you look at those other routes, and I choose the fastest route, I'm usually getting there quicker. And so one of the biggest things that I get in my car is, damn, you got here fast. And, you know, of course, I take the credit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I lived here my whole life. I don't know this area. But, you know, I say stuff like that. You know, yeah. You know, I done lived here my whole life. Oh, yeah, really? Yeah. Oh, yeah, see, like, I grew up over there. I don't know what over there is. I'm just pointing out stuff. But remember what I told y'all in my car. You liable to hear anything out of me. So this is one of the biggest reasons why I always tell everybody, this is why I don't live stream stuff, because I already know if I live stream, y'all be snitching on me. He don't live over there. He lied to you. Oh, girl, he lied. I already know y'all be like, y'all snitch. So, but yeah, now that we done talked about this too, since I done kind of rambled a little bit, the third and the biggest thing, well, I guess the third thing that we'll talk about today is some sunglasses, because you see that sun is kind of bright right now. So yeah, the third and the most important thing that we need as drivers is I'm gonna say it because I'm trying to be a little bit healthier, and a lot of people don't really talk about this. You need a cooler bag. You need a cooler bag so that you can start putting your food in, so that you can bring it from home, meal prepping and that type of stuff. Meal prepping is a must. Let me just tell you, because if you eating out here like I do, you're going to gain the weight that I did. But no, if you eating out here, you go on to Wendy's, McDonald's, KFC, that food has a lot of calories. I'm going to be honest with you. And it's just a lot. If you're going to be out here working on the road all day, you're going to pass by a lot of options. And y'all know, we see with our eyes, and it's like, ooh, let me try out Carrabba's. Ooh, let me try out Wendy's. Ooh, Arby's got that new burger. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And that's not a good thing. So you need a cooler. You need a cooler. So one, you can put snacks in it. Snacks I recommend, because I'm starting to lose weight, which is kind of cool. Because, yeah, listen, for a while there, it was just going up and up and up. But I'm starting to lose weight. So one of the snacks that I recommend is fruit. Having fruit in your cooler bag will be amazing. And when I say a cooler bag, I'm talking about an insulated bag. Not like the little DoorDash bags, but a little bit, I guess you could say like that, but a little bit thicker, so that it can keep the stuff inside cool, when you leave home. And that way you can kind of, you know what I'm saying? You can kind of just take it. What I would do is keep like a little ice pack inside. Probably should show you my cooler bag, but since I'm walking it, just, yeah, whatever. But yeah, a cooler bag gets you some ice packs. Walmart has the little ice packs. They have the little ice packs for like $1. You get like, for me, my cooler bag, I have like 3 of them. Yeah, I just throw them in the little bag, and it keeps everything cool. Keeps everything really cool. And yeah, I meal prep. So I throw my little food in there. Maybe like another video, I'll show you my actual cooler bag and go through it. But yeah, like I have my meal prep. So my big meal for the day, I have like fruits in there. So today I did bananas. Usually I do apples. I do oranges. I'm a fruit person, so I go through, you know what I'm saying? I got like papayas in there. I got mangoes in there. Listen, I be eating good. But yeah, so you want to throw some snacks in there. You want to have some meal prep, and you want to have some water. Water is essential. As you can see, I'm sweating. This is one of the reasons why I don't do videos during the day. But you want to have some water. That's essential, because a lot of us are dehydrated. I know you thought that I was going to say the normal stuff, but listen, I got to say something healthy sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I got to promote healthiness. But yeah, with that being said, man, I'm going to get out of here because this sun is beating me up. The sun is coming at me like I owe it money. And I don't need those problems. But yeah, man, listen, I just want to say I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you are not a part of the community, why not? I'm going to keep saying that in every video. Download Telegram, hit the link in the description, and join. But do talk. Do talk. Be a part of the community. Unlike me, because I don't really be talking. But yeah, you should talk. But yeah, man, other than that, if you got any questions, any comments, leave them down below, man. I hope my list is a little bit different than what you were expecting. But yeah, I'm out of here. Deuces.